Today, we're considering the President's nominees to lead 3 safety agencies within the Department of Transportation. With us today are Mr. Derek Bars, nominee for Administrator of the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, Mr. Jonathan Morrison, nominee for Administrator of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, and Mr. Paul Roberti, nominee for the Administrator of the Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration.
3 key transportation safety agencies are getting new leadership, if they're confirmed. President Trump's nominees are now before the Senate, and their pasts and priorities are under the microscope. Here is what you need to know.
Americans want a transportation system that is fast, convenient, and reliable, but above all, safe. President Trump and Secretary Duffy have made safety the top priority of the Department of Transportation, and the 3 nominees before us intend to make it theirs as well. As a young deputy sheriff in Florida, Mr. Bars responded to a nighttime collision between a logging truck and a car full of young adults. Ever since, he has spent his career working to improve large truck and motor carrier safety. Mr. Bars served for nearly 3 decades in law enforcement, rising from deputy sheriff to head of Florida's Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles. He is deeply familiar with the FMCSA, having enforced federal motor vehicle regulations and managed FMCSA grants in the state. As administrator of FMCSA, he hopes to modernize the regulations governing the nation's trucking and busing industries. Mr. Morrison is equally dedicated to the mission of NHTSA, ensuring that cars on our road are safe and reliable. This won't be his first time at the agency. Mr. Morrison served as NHTSA's chief counsel during the first Trump administration, and having worked at a leading tech company over the last 4 years, he recognizes that NHTSA safety standards must keep up with automotive innovation. Our third nominee, Mr. Roberti, is ready to manage FMCSA, which oversees transport of hazardous materials. This includes the movement of oil, natural gas, and other critical American energy products over 3 million miles of pipeline in this country. That's in addition to hazardous materials that we move by truck, rail, water, or air. I am hopeful that Ranking Member Cantwell and I can broker an agreement on an overdue FMCSA reauthorization that can be implemented by the new FMCSA administrator. Like Mr. Morrison, Mr. Roberti served during the first Trump administration as chief counsel at the agency to which he has been nominated. In that role, he cleared backlogs of hundreds of enforcement matters at FMCSA. And in various roles in Rhode Island state government, Mr. Roberti modernized the state's pipelines, increased their safety, and shared what he learned with other states. I'm excited to hear what he can bring to the federal agency this time around. I look forward to hearing from all our nominees, and now turn to Ranking Member Cantwell.
Who are the nominees? Derek Bars, FMCSA nominee, a former deputy sheriff who saw firsthand the aftermath of a fatal truck crash. He led Florida's Department of Highway Safety and knows the ins and outs of trucking regulations. He's expected to push for modernized trucking and bus safety rules. Jonathan Morrison, NHTSA nominee, no stranger to Washington. He was chief counsel at NHTSA under Trump and recently worked in the private tech sector. He says the agency must keep pace with rapidly evolving vehicle technology. Paul Roberti, PHMSA nominee, formally cleared major enforcement backlogs at PHMSA during the Trump administration. Back in Rhode Island, he upgraded pipeline safety and worked with other states to do the same. His focus: hazardous materials and energy infrastructure safety. Like this type of profile analysis? Smash the like button and subscribe, because leadership choices matter. The politics and the priorities. All 3 nominees bring previous government experience under the Trump administration. That is part of what makes their hearings politically charged. Senators like Ranking Member Cantwell are pushing for overdue reauthorizations, especially for PHMSA, which hasn't seen a major policy update in years. Expect questions about regulatory modernization, automotive innovation, pipeline safety in a volatile energy market. We break down Senate confirmations with a focus on what affects your life. Subscribe to never miss a key update. What happens next? Each nominee will face questions on their records and their plans. If confirmed, they will take on critical roles at a time when U.S. transportation is facing new challenges, from autonomous vehicles to hazardous material incidents. Want to know how they answer tough questions and what it means for your community? Subscribe and turn on notifications. We are covering every step of the confirmation process.